Today's lesson is called The Good Kind of Goosebumps. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I am Roger, and today I've been, getting some goosebumps because we're here with you today. I'm so excited that, yes, indeed, I feel like it's really cold in this room because every time we do this program, I'm really excited and I get goosebumps.
Me too. Yeah. Just sitting here in this studio in front of the microphone, it makes me feel great, okay? I get those good kinds of goosebumps, not ones that come out of fear of the unknown or anything like that, but out of sheer excitement and enjoyment. And by the way, folks, today, all jokes aside, we are talking about the good kind of goosebumps. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what's going on, okay? It might be late at night. You might be all alone. You might hear a sound and you don't know what to do with it. And then, yes, you feel a shiver come up your spine. You break out in a cold sweat, and also goosebumps kind of start popping up all over your body. If that's the case, well, you've got the bad kind of goosebumps, okay? But here, don't worry, we're going to be talking about the good kind of goosebumps. That's what we're going to be talking about today. All right, everyone, with that, it's time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll start reading about the good kind of goosebumps.
The good kind of goosebumps. You felt it when faced with sudden danger, a shiver up your spine along with the goosebumps that make your body hair stand on end. Your body reacts to unexpected stress by releasing adrenaline, which excites tiny muscles in your skin and causes your hair to stick up, making you, or your hairier ancient ancestors at least, appear larger and more frightening to predators. However, you might also have experienced the same feeling when listening to expressive music or watching the moving final scene in a movie. It seems a strange reaction indeed when there's no danger in sight.
大家好，第一部分我们看到单字 shiver， 这个字是名词，指因为寒冷、害怕或兴奋等而发抖、颤抖。例如 It was so cold watching the game that I got the shivers. 看比赛时我感到很冷而发抖。或者说 I felt a shiver go through my body when I walked into the old house alone. 我独自走进旧房子时，我感觉身体一阵颤抖。另外，这个字除了可以当名词，也可以当作动词。我们可以说 Linda couldn't stop shivering when she saw her idol standing in front of her as her birthday surprise. Linda 看到她的偶像站在她面前作为生日惊喜时，兴奋得无法停止颤抖。接着我们看到名词 ancestor， 指祖先、祖宗，像是 Our ancestors arrived in this country over 500 years ago. 我们的祖先在超过500年前抵达这个国家。另外补充这个字的形容词 ancestral， 指祖先的。我们可以说 Jeremy traveled to his family's ancestral home in Scotland. Jeremy 旅行造访他家族祖先在苏格兰的故居。再来我们看到单字 predator， 这个字是名词，指掠食动物、掠夺者。举例来说 The polar bear is the largest predator in North America. 北极熊是北美最大型的肉食动物。接下来我们看到一个片语 in sight， 课文中用来表示看得见，在视线内。例如 That dog barks at everyone in sight and it is really annoying. 这只狗看到人就吠，这实在让人很困扰。这个片语还可以指某事物可预期、即将发生的，与 within sight 同义。我们可以说 Henry studied very hard and he finally had his goal of getting an A in sight. Henry 非常用功，终于就快达成拿 A 的目标。另外，补充与 in sight 相反的片语 out of sight， 指在视线之外，看不见的地方。我们可以说 Whenever the children are out of their mother's sight, they seem to get into trouble. 每当这几个孩子离开他们母亲的视线，好像就会惹麻烦。
Okay, goosebumps. Okay, of course, a goose is a large kind of bird-like creature that is often killed. But in any case here, of course, we are talking about goosebumps. That's what happens to your skin when you get really scared or really excited about something. And if you look at your skin, indeed, it does look like there's these tiny little bumps there that have grown there out of nowhere. So here in the first paragraph, we're going to introduce this topic to you. You've felt it when faced with sudden danger, a shiver up your spine, along with the goosebumps that make your body hair stand on end. So yes, you have felt this way before, and you feel this way when you are faced with sudden danger, okay? Maybe you hear a strange sound in your house at night or something, and you're thinking, gee, where did that sound come from? Is somebody breaking into the house? Are we haunted by a ghost or something? Then indeed you get this shiver up your spine. You're really scared all of a sudden, and this kind of feeling goes up your backbone. So yes, a shiver, a feeling of being really cold, like in the winter when it's cold, you start to shake, you start to shiver. Here, shiver is a noun. It's just a sense of coldness, and in this particular case, it kind of goes up your backbone.
Yeah, the shiver goes up your spine, and then the goosebumps start to pop up all over your body. By the way, I have felt a situation like this before. And now, I didn't break out in goosebumps, but I did feel the shiver, and my body hair stood on end. I remember one time I was walking next to a lake near my house, and I wasn't paying attention, and I looked up, and there was an alligator standing right there. I was like a meter away from the alligator, and immediately I felt all of these things. I didn't get the goosebumps, but I did feel that shiver going up my spine, and my body hair stood on end. It was very scary and very dangerous, and luckily, I regrouped and I very calmly and slowly moved backwards so as to not draw the attention of the big, brutish creature. Now, more on what happens when you're faced with sudden danger. Your body reacts to unexpected stress by releasing adrenaline, which excites tiny muscles in your skin and causes your hairs to stick up, making you, or your hairier ancient ancestors at least, appear larger and more frightening to predators. So there's a lot going on here in this sentence. What a long sentence. First of all, when you are in danger, your body reacts, okay? It releases something called adrenaline. And basically, adrenaline turns your body on. It stimulates everything in your body so that you can escape, let's say, if you have to. Or if you have to, you can fight. Yeah, very often when you're talking about like evolution and stuff like that, you talk about how certain organisms develop a fight or flight response. And if you are filled with adrenaline and turned on, okay, when I say turned on, it means that your muscles are totally stimulated and you might be able to do amazing things. Yeah, if you have this adrenaline coursing through your veins, if you're totally stimulated and turned on, one, you'll be able to escape. You can run more quickly, let's say, and get out of danger more effectively. Or let's say you have to fight, you'll be stronger and you'll be able to fight better. That's what adrenaline does for us, but that's not all. Anyways, when you react to something, by the way, okay, something happens to you and you do something back. That's what reacting is all about.
You do something in response. So the other day I went into the bathroom, but I forgot to lock the door. So when somebody opened the door, I reacted by screaming. I was so scared that somebody opened the bathroom door when I was in there. That's how I reacted. Ah! I screamed.
By the way, yeah. Usually when you respond to someone, okay, you're doing that verbally. So if you're in a conversation and someone asks you a question, you answer. You respond to them by answering, okay? A reaction very often, though, isn't verbal like that. So if Roger screamed, that would be an example of a good reaction, how he reacted. You wouldn't say, oh, yes, someone saw me naked in the bathroom, and I responded by screaming my head off, okay? You could say that, but it would make more sense to use the word react in that particular situation. Now, more in your body when under pressure, Your body reacts to stress by releasing adrenaline, i.e., your body lets that stuff go, okay? It gets into your bloodstream.
To release, yeah, like the prisoner was released yesterday from prison. Watch out. So in this particular case, the body releases adrenaline, and then that, in turn, excites tiny muscles in your skin and causes your hair to stick up. Okay, so those hairs stand on end, and there's a purpose for that. It's to make you, or your hairier ancient ancestor at least, appear larger and more frightening to predators. So that's kind of a natural reaction when a wolf is coming at you, or maybe an alligator or a squirrel or something, and you get really scared. Well, this is the reaction your body goes through. It's done in order to make your body prepared for the attack, but also to look big and scary to your predator. We did mention the word ancestor here. We're talking about the people that lived several generations before you. This could be ancient ancestors, the cavemen of Neanderthal time.
That's how this response used to work, but human beings don't worry about predators anymore. So really, when the hair stands up on our body hair stands up on end, it doesn't serve the same purpose as it once did. This is kind of an evolutionary artifact. Now, however, though, our article continues, you might also have experienced the same feeling when listening to expressive music or watching the moving final scene in a movie, i.e., yeah, you get the same type of sensations when you're doing these things as you do when you're faced with sudden danger. What gives? Why is this the case? And yes, very often when I am listening to a moving piece of music, an expressive piece of music, I do feel certain sensations like this. So why? Why is this the case? By the way, here expressive does mean moving, okay? If something is expressive, it allows you to feel emotions quite well. So an expressive song can be sad or happy, okay? If that song's successful as being expressive in that situation, it can either make you very happy or very sad.
Yes, listening to Mozart might produce these kinds of reactions because his music is quite expressive, quite emotional, quite exciting. Or if you watch the final scene of a particular movie, I can relate to this. I think when I first saw The Killing Fields, I got some goosebumps watching the final scene in that movie when the two reporters were reunited at the end of the film. So indeed, this can be quite emotional. In this particular case, that's when you get goose flesh or goosebumps. But also, it's when you're kind of in a situation of danger, when you're confronted with a predator. So these are different situations in which you can get goosebumps.
Yeah, but it's still kind of weird. Why? Yeah, it seems a strange reaction indeed when there's no danger in sight. So yes, we develop this response to deal with predators. So why do we now feel like this when watching movies or listening to music when there's no danger in sight, i.e., when we can see no danger, where there is no danger anywhere near us? That's what the idea is here. No danger in sight. It means there's no danger anywhere near us.
Okay, let's continue with our lesson. Now we'll go on to the second part of our lesson. We'll listen to it first.
The purpose of responding like this to a range of different emotions is not exactly clear, but we do know what makes it happen. The hypothalamus, the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response, is stimulated not only by fear, but by other emotions such as joy, love, and sadness too. And when we feel these emotions strongly enough, it sets off the same reaction we have to danger. So, the next time you want to get the good kind of goosebumps, put on some music and await the pleasant tingle as the artist hits just the right note.
第二部分我们看到一个单字 stimulate， 这个字是动词，有刺激、激发的意思。举例来说 Coffee is known to stimulate the nervous system. 咖啡据说可以刺激神经系统。另外补充这个字的名词 stimulation S-T-I-M-U-L-A-T-I-O-N stimulation 我们可以说 The boss is considering giving the bestseller a raise as stimulation 老板正在考虑要不要帮最优秀的销售员调涨薪水作为刺激。最后我们看到片语 set off 课文表示引发 致使某事发生，像是 The music video set off a new fashion trend， 那支音乐录影带引发了一股新的时尚潮流。另外 set off 还可以用来指启程、出发或动身。我们可以说Paula will soon set off on a journey for Japan, where she hopes to study Japanese. Paula 即将动身前往日本，希望可以去那里学日文。
All right, folks, we're back. So, what gives? What's the purpose? Well, the purpose of responding like this to a range of different emotions, well, it's not exactly clear, but we do know what makes it happen.
Right, so we know the what, but we don't know the why. But here in the next sentence, it says the hypothalamus, the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response, is stimulated not only by fear, but by other emotions such as joy, love, and sadness too. Okay, so we're focusing on a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. Okay, what's that? Well, it's the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response. Okay, that's what the hypothalamus is. You can look up the Chinese translation for that if you're still not quite clear, but this part of the brain is responsible for this fight or flight response. Okay, so if something's responsible for something, that's its duty, that's what it's supposed to do.
And here we're talking about the fight or flight response, which I talked about earlier, I alluded to earlier. When we're in danger, we're hardwired to do one of two things. We either fight or we flight. Okay, now, when you fight, you fight. When you flight, and by the way, you wouldn't say you flight. What you're saying is that you flee. You're trying to get away. So when danger strikes, you either fight it or you run away. And apparently, yes, this response, it's due to the hypothalamus, a part of our brain. The hypothalamus, it says here, is stimulated, okay? To stimulate something is to turn that thing on, to activate that thing, so on, so forth.
Right, so it's tickled, it's triggered by being afraid, yes, but also by your emotions, like when you're really happy, when you're really in love with someone, or when you're really sad. This might happen, for example, if you get the news of the death of a friend or something like that, you might get shivers up your spine as a result. That's a strong emotion. So, and when we feel these emotions strongly enough, it sets off the same reaction we have to danger, which is basically what I just said. So, yes, if we feel these strong emotions, well, then that will set off these reactions. Our body will react similarly to how we react when we're faced with danger.
There you go, to set something off. That means you release that thing, you let it go, so on and so forth. It makes me think of a bomb, actually. Now, I've never actually, detonated a bomb before, but if you set off a bomb, let's say, it blows up. You release the energy that was stored inside of that bomb. That's what it means to set something off, to release, to let it go, so on and so forth. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap things up. So, the next time you want to get the good kind of goosebumps, put on some music and await the pleasant tingle as the artist hits just the right note. Anyways, if you await something, you wait for that thing. That's all there is to it. That being said, usually the word await is used in a more official capacity. It's more formal than the word wait.
That's right. So we're giving you a suggestion here. Maybe you could put some music on, or a Bruckner symphony, or maybe a Shostakovich string quartet. Hey, you can be listening to it, and then suddenly the right note will sound, and you'll go, oh, that's so beautiful. And you'll get that tingle up your spine. You'll get a shiver up your spine, and then you'll know what we're talking about. Okay, that brings us to the end of our explanation for today. Time now to listen to our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。同学们应该都曾经有过这个背脊发凉然后起鸡皮疙瘩的经验吧。课文一开始说 You've felt it when faced with sudden danger. 当面临突如其来的危险时，你会感觉到。好，句子里面这个 when faced 就是由 when you are faced 简化而来的。好，然后我们再读到同一个段落倒数第二句，他说 However, you might also have experienced the same feeling when listening to expressive music or watching the moving final scene in a movie.然而当你聆听情感丰沛的音乐或是看电影最后感人肺腑的一幕时，你可能也有过相同的感觉。好，句子里面的 when listening 是由 when you are listening 简化而来的。那我们就来学习这样的用法。在主词动词 when 加上主词动词的句型当中，如果前后子句的主词一样，我们就可以省略 when 后方的主词，然后把那个动词改成分词，就会形成分词构句了。好，如果动词是主动或进行，我们就改成现在分词，被动就只要保留过去分词。那简化之后，它的句型就会是主词加动词 when 搭配现在分词或过去分词。好，我们来看一个例句 Dogs wag their tails when they are excited. 狗狗兴奋的时候会摇尾巴。好，那个 they are excited 那个 they 指的就是 dogs， 所以前后子句的主词相同，我们可以把 they 省略，再把 be 动词 are 改成现在分词 being。好 being 通常会省略不用，所以我们这个例句可以简化成 Dogs wag their tails when excited。 好，课文第二部分提到下视丘是大脑掌管战斗或逃跑反应的部位 the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response。 好，这边的形容词 responsible 它可以用来形容负有什么责任的，对什么负责的。好，那么课文用到 be responsible for 来表达负责掌管或是对什么负有全责，它是带有正面的语义。举例来说 Jeremy is responsible for organizing the office party， 就是说 Jeremy 负责筹划办公室派对，他负责掌管这件事情。好，那么 be responsible for 还可以表达出另外两种意思，一个呢是比较带有负面的语义，它是说要对某个意外啊、过错或是罪行等等来负责。例如 Derek was responsible for the car accident， Derek 要为那一场车祸负责。好，第二个语义是用来表达造成导致，也就是表达某人或某事物是什么什么的原因。像 The hurricane was responsible for billions of dollars in damages， 那个飓风造成数十亿美元的损失。好，那我们再造一个例句Melissa is responsible for most of the improvements here， 这里大部分的改善都是因为 Melissa。好，那么以上是今天的重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Shiver. The song was so beautiful that it gave me the shivers as I listened to it. React. Kelly wasn't sure how her parents would react to the news that she was moving abroad. Release. Exercise makes our brains release chemicals that lift our mood and relieve pain. Ancestor. Current scientific theories state that humans and apes came from a common ancestor. Expressive. Melvin can never hide what he's thinking because he has a very expressive face. Await. All of the fans eagerly await the release of the next movie in the series.
Discussion Starter starts now!
Here's our discussion starter, and the question is, when have you experienced the emotional kind of goosebumps?
Well, how about this? Once just recently, I was watching the video of my daughter being born. Yeah, I don't remember taking that video. It was a very emotional time. But yes, I got goosebumps watching this because it had been a long time since I saw it, and it felt to me as though this was happening once again. The best day in my life was happening again to me.
Well, since I'm kind of serious all the time and try not to show too much emotion, I often get goosebumps when I come across people who are being very emotional, when they're telling me their life story, and when they start crying. Gee, I get shivers up my spine as well.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.